Bells have been used forever as alarms to set the time and to celebrate. But you can't, as the saying goes, unring a bell. That would be impossible. As part of its Unimpossible missions, GE tasked some of its scientists and engineers with doing just that, to silence a bell after it's been rung. The bell they chose, a 20-ton monastery bell. Their test subject, a sleeping baby. The goal? To ring the bell, yet keep that ring from reaching and waking the baby. I sat down with one of the scientists at GE, and they explained to me that they were able to unring their bell utilizing a concept known as destructive interference. And broadly speaking, that means that they met the sound waves emanating from the bell with their equivalent in the opposite direction. I know that doesn't really help you visualize what's going on. That's why I built this wave tank here, because I can't show you sound waves moving through the air, but it can show you water waves, and they behave in pretty much the exact same fashion. On your left is the bell. When this wedge moves up and down, it is the bell ringing and the sound waves moving away from it. Now, if I want to cancel those sound waves out, I need to meet them in the opposite direction, like so. When these two sound waves meet in the middle, freeze. That's where the action is. The two waves meet, they cancel each other out, they create a quiet zone, and the baby remains sleeping, theoretically. Now, I know you're wondering, how does this apply to me in my day-to-day life? Well, the answer is that every set of noise-canceling headphones utilizes destructive interference to filter out the sounds of the environment and give you only the sweet, sweet sounds of your music. And it's one thing to use destructive interference under controlled conditions like a set of headphones. It's quite another to do it out in the open while a 20-ton bell rings omnidirectionally. And yet, the engineers at GE were successful in their attempt to create a quiet zone around that baby. He stayed napping, and for him, that bell was unrung. Why is GE concerned with sound waves? Well, interestingly, they utilize similar acoustic technology to detect leaks in oil and gas pipelines. But at this point, if you haven't watched the original Unimpossible mission Unring a Bell, perhaps you should do that now.